What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining the live. It's going to be a quick little live, not too long. Just showing y'all the process of what I do when I start chalking my images on the wall. The more you do it, the better you become. I don't know if you guys were joined on my last live, but it's all about finding the lighting. Once you find the lighting, that's like a template for everything else. That's how you know how to shade to make it look more 3D. So my lighting is going to be directly up top. So I'm shading according to that. And I already jotted down everything that was supposed to be black, so I can just go straight to coloring. And like I said, practice really does help. I know you can't see the black from where you're at. It is DOGMAN. I got a request from someone wanting me to do it, so it's pretty simple. I just decided to go live with y'all. See, notice I had already pre-drew some of the images earlier so that I can just go straight to coloring. Because if I didn't do that, I would have to exit the live, look at how DOGMAN is, and then just keep switching back and forth from live. Annoying. Yes, some people call this graffiti, but luckily I'm in my own home. So unless I call the cops on myself, I'll be all right. But if I was out in public, even though it's chalk, I might have still gotten in trouble. It just depends. Just depends who the person is. If it's a Karen, of course, they're going to do everything they can to get me in trouble. But if it's not, and look, I just leave my chalk on the ground because I'm outside in my backyard. So I don't know how to not throw up water during a flu. As long as, what I do know is try drinking something that has electrolytes, like Gatorade. Even though Gatorade has a lot of sugar, it has electrolytes that help when you're sick. Eat soups and stuff. Small things that keep the food in your system. Instead of eating heavy, eating like a burger, and then all of a sudden you throw it up. Yeah. I mean, that's just like saying artists have never grown up. Someone says, am I 5 because I'm playing with chalk? But, okay, I'll be there in a little bit. But it doesn't matter, if you enjoy doing what you're doing, regardless of what anyone says, there's no age limit to art. That's just like saying, there's a quote that I forgot who is it by, but they say, like, basically paraphrasing, it's like artists, they've never grown up. And it's true. You don't want to grow up. Like, you're gonna grow regardless, but you want to stay I guess what I'm trying to say is because when you're a kid, you're very creative. And then that can kind of be looked at as a weakness as you get older. And that's not true. So you want to stay as creative as possible. When you're a kid, you basically live in your subconscious part of your brain. When you're an adult, you start living in your what's it called? The frontal, I think it's called a prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain that's basically where your forehead is. And like I said, when you're a kid, you're very creative. That's why that you can give a kid a toy and they're good the whole day. So the key to having a thriving life is staying a kid. You always want to stay a kid because that's when your creative juices flow. That's when life becomes fun. So, to each his own, but I've found that out myself. Staying creative gives me liberty to be who I am and makes life fun. Without creativity, life would be boring. And I don't want to live a boring life. But yeah. See how I'm going to add some white for the lighting. But you see how I'm already adding some shadow going on, so it looks somewhat 3D. And then you just keep doing it until you're satisfied with the result. I've noticed someone told me to rub the chalk. Like I'm not no professional chalk drawer. I just do this because it's a quick way to do art. I do paintings and stuff like that too, but over these drawings, I've had people give me advice, tell me, try it like this, try it like that, smear the chalk with your fingers or whatever. The shading looks better, and it's true. You gotta take everything as a grain of salt and test everything out, and whatever works, and keep whatever, if it works, you always want to keep doing it because it's already showing progress. If it doesn't work, you can ditch it and then discover other things. And I'm just trying to find a balance between both. Show me the whole drawing. So far it's this. I don't know if you guys have seen my newest ones, but I did Bowser and I did Yoshi. So yeah, this is what I do for my pastime, guys. But like I said, I like chalk because it's quick art. I can do this fast because it's quick to do. The cleanup is not extensive. And I can produce a lot. When I do paintings, it takes longer, because you gotta really plot it out. You have to not only sketch it on the canvas, you gotta make sure you got the right paints, and then you gotta make it look good. But obviously it takes longer than chalk. So chalk does have its benefits. And I'm just trying to move the light around to make sure it's believable that he's 3D. See, so far it's believable. Looks like he has a little mustache right here, so I might get rid of that. I do not get paid for this. This is just purely entertainment for y'all. My goal is to be monetized, but I haven't got to that point yet. So if y'all want me to succeed in that goal, please share the live, subscribe, basically anything that helps this channel. You can like, share, subscribe, recommend it to your friends. This is also like it's like a basic art channel. So I want to show y'all that you don't need much to be artsy. You don't need much to be creative. You know, you don't need all this or that. You just need some basic supplies. And you will be surprised what you can come up with. See, so now that the black's laid out, let me meet it in the middle with some brown to kind of soften the shadows. You see how it's not so strong anymore? It's like I'm softening the shadows because I'm bringing in a darker than yellow in. So you don't always have to go so harsh on your lighting. And then of course I'm following the techniques of some of my subscribers that have told me. That's why I've been using my fingers more often. And then I could use yellow to lighten it up, but I could use yellow to kind of let's test it out. Yellow can be the highlight, because you also got to remember, if you're adding darks, you must add the lights also, or else it'll just be too dark. It'll be like pictures were drawn or taken in the dark. And like I said, this is art. So if it does get messed up, you can always fix it. Never be afraid of making mistakes. Only the greats make mistakes, and they've learned from them, and that's why they are where they are. Tom Brady's made mistakes. Patrick Mahomes has made mistakes. Steph Curry's made mistakes. Steph Curry wasn't the best shooter from birth. You know what I mean? Like, he had to take time to develop that skill. It does look a little too bright, but I can always go back with the lighter brown to do it. But I'm just seeing where the light should go. You see? I'm not going too dark. I'm just a little bit. And here's a little bit on the lips. Do some right here. Just give it a little. Like I said, if it becomes too much, we can always fix it. Like I said, never be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes make you better. Failure makes you better. So, because if you don't fail, you're never going to know how to improve. And that's why failing is good. So, once you start looking at it like that, you're going to win. You're going to win at life. Because life is all about failures. And not is it only all about failures, it's how you improve in failure. You see how it looks a little better? It looks like there's some light actually going down. So, never be afraid to lose. Yeah, it might hurt. You might cry. It's all good. Let the tears flow. Point is, that's the only way to get better. And that's the sad, honest truth too. The only way to get better is through loss. So when you start looking at losses as experience and something that's needed, if you never lost, you would never be great. So you have to lose to be great. Once you start welcoming losses like that, that's the key. That's the key to everything you do. Oh, you know what? I forgot to add some brown right here to lighten the shadow. I've always liked strong lighting anyways. You know, it makes it more epic. And let me go over with this one. And chalk is really cool. Like I said, I'm not like no chalk expert. I just started chalking, and then y'all seemed to like the videos, so I kept doing it. And then every drawing, and this applies to anyone, every drawing you do, you get better at it. So, you know, no matter what it is, chalk, colored pencil, whatever you use, whatever medium you use, you get better. Thank you guys for liking the work. Thank you. If y'all can drop a sub if you enjoy this channel, please. I'm trying to get monetized eventually. And, you know, that way I can show y'all more art. And I want this channel to be like I said earlier, I want this channel to be something like when the kids watch it, they can realize you don't need to be a Salvador Dali, which is a name of a very good artist. You don't need to be Salvador Dali. You don't need to be Andy Warhol. You know, I'm naming big artists that have already passed away, but you don't need to be crazy big like that to make good art. You just need to be creative. And I hope that I'm showing y'all things can be done without spending a lot of money on it. Because especially now, it's hard to have a lot of money right now because a lot of things are going on. So if you guys own some chalk, or, you know, $5, costs $5 for chalk. If you guys are next to a Michael's, I always go to Michael's just because it's close to my house. But if you guys are close to any art store, $5. Tell your parents, hey, can I chalk? You guys have a sidewalk, practice on that. Just to do something, you know, with your spare time. And then that's how you develop your skill. I'm almost done, but I gotta add some white now. White, obviously this is white. It'll add a lot of the highlights, the strong highlights. See, and if I want this stronger, I just go over it again. I don't want it muddy, but I want to get my point across. So see, just kind of, you go with the flow of the object, and then go run through your fingers through a little bit. Then this, I can add some, this is like his badge. Let me see. I'm gonna start with the ear. I don't want to go too crazy because I like how his colors are. But something small like that, you know, give it the effect that there is light shining on his ear. It's not too crazy, it's just right. You see, so far his ears look really good. There's the darks and the lights, and then the mid. Thank you guys for liking this art. And then since this is the forehead, like I said, it's trial and error. If you think you messed up, chances are you didn't. If it's in art, you did not mess up, and you can fix it. All right, so now I just continue to do this. If I want to add a little more white, just go over a little more. See, I'm just going over it a little more until I'm satisfied with the result. This is his lip, so let's carry this white a little more. Maybe bring this down a little bit, just lightly, because we're gonna have to blend it with our finger. You see, we're just blending it softly with our fingers. So far looks good. Just touching up the nose right here. And soften it up. And then of course the eyes. Give it a little shine. See? You don't have to blend the white because the white is the last to add, which means since it's the last to add, the highlights will stick out. And if I want, I could add another little shine, smaller shine, to make it look like the eyes are really big and bright. You know, dogs' eyes are usually big and bright. And then, lo and behold, DOGMAN. Thank you. It basically is graffiti. It's just easily washable, you know. Anyways, this is all I used. I just pick out colors from my garage that I'm gonna need, and that's it. So if you liked it, please like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you gotta do to blow up this channel so I can continue reaching more people with art content. Thank you for 11 grading. Thank you for everyone that's joined. Appreciate all the love. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Let's see.